Hey everyone, Pessmore here, and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. So am I. Huh? Well, let's see, what's going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death at 5 o'clock on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? Were you? I thought you were there. Were you listening? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits. But I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? You'll never take her place. I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. You know, I don't really think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. Okay. My sister, erasing evidence at the crime scene. Never! Even though she says they didn't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all! It's just, we're professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in the oil drum washed it all away. Hehehe. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, which is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have done that already? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Why me? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. I think. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You have an extra pair of those things? Why? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press Enter to spray on it. I'm using a controller. Okay, let's find some bloodstains. Okay. Oh. Okay, thanks for the flashes. It's only like 3 AM here and I'm now blinded. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a bloodstain? Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Consider this your internship, Emma. Okay. We definitely know this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this scientifically? The amount. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Does he think there'd be a little more blood? Exactly! I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright! I'm going to mark up the floor plans when we find the blood stain, okay? Okay. See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, sure. And this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Not paying you back, by the way. Consider this an extra charge. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Yeah, we saw that just now. Then let's drag the hidden evidence out to the light of day. Yeah! Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, huh? Guess I should give this spray on anything suspicious. Okay. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! Not the song I play with her around. You only trust your own eyes, huh? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You've certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sure you are. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. Unforgivable. Little bitch. Don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It was a long time ago. Oh, okay, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they face me, if they're guys, then they become hard, right? They cough it up. Cough it up? They confessed. They babble like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they call me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go. Fired. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know. Really? The knife was evidence from the case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? It was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. She dropped the phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her mention muffler? Little did I know, it was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Sky really trying to say, I wonder? I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cover queen, right? You found this ID card here in the parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department? That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. A body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed a crime, Edgeworth would have been the suspect! I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why did our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? No, why didn't she? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I got flustered. Even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took the photo. Yeah. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem. You were lying. Listen, bitch. I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. Probably the SL9 incident. That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. Meant nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I've ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence. Of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You don't mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself, and one other person you know well. The fucking cowboy. Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oopsie. I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over. And then he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten. And neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case. A hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait. Those lunches you sell... There is only one reason I come to sell lunches to this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. boyfriends that help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? She's made for the streets, bro. Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection! So, rookie. Huh? It seems you're serious about investigating this case. Yeah. Then you should have this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Star? Officer Marshall? Is he your, are you his... are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. Got along so well with my sister, made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, huh? You and, Marshall are, Oh, I already saw this. Whatever. I can examine this thing, yay! Wow, my mouth is watering! I can almost hear the sound of the steak frying on the grill! No doubt it's all cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's all delicious. Miss Star poured her heart into making this. So long as she didn't put any other organs in there. I mean, does this count as an organ? Let's see. Ingredients... Oh, let's see. Ingredients, meat. She must mean beef. She probably wrote it generically. Sure, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives she used. Go to town. It says here, hours of sweat and labor. So that's why the sauce is so salty. Okay. Can I have 10 of those for no reason at all? Someone used a marker to write their names on this. I wonder who. Emma Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. You never know. Just what kind of world do you think we live in? Honestly, the world is imperfect and cruel. So, you know, probably warranted. Okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. It's even busier here than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose that makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet, we go at the front desk. Here it is. Just like a kid at the amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene! Let's take a look. Okay. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric and western. Look at the freaking cactuses. And alcohol. Like a lot of alcohol. Damn. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. There's a freaking lasso there too. So beyond the door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? This It's those cacti! They're so prickly, it's so imposing. It's so hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah, I wonder. Yeehaw! Yipes! Those sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. Those cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. She's a prickly bitch. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell, with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Okay. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Yeah, no shit, I was just joking. Come on, lighten up a little. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. But we could use this computer to check out who went in and out. Good idea. Yeehaw! There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What's this called again? A pinchy... Oh, a poochie! No, it's a poncho. Alright. Oh, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for literally no reason. Okay. Well, that's enough. Wait, what? There's more? This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. Can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went through here, the cactus will fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yeehaw myself. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be easy, huh? I think we need someone's permission to get in there. Okay. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe! Now it's no time for chit-chat, pal, and I'm a busy man. What I need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. You can see him getting depressed. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean, you heard about the stabbing in the police department room, right? Yeah, I was right there. Ah, the Moor. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Okay, bye. Wait, don't leave! You wanna know more? Head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over. But I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Cry? He ran to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay. Oh, I think I went to the wrong place. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yeah, but the same detective was also killed at the prosecutor's lot. Makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Okay. These are dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could end up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us either. Yeah, I forgot where to go. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, right? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will get confusing. Thanks. What was that? A ween? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I say. Oh, it's this guy. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me. Officer Meekings. So you're a guard here at this detention center? No, sir. No, sir. I'm just a lost patrolman. Just like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Wait. You didn't... Did you? Okay, thanks for that. Okay. I will break your fucking hands if you do that one more time. Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. You can see, like, the ID he's also saluting. That's pretty funny. Stop it! Fucking hell, man! My ears! Sir, I'm a patrolman with the General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, bitch! I had some business that day, sir, so I went into the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally, it's the guard at the evidence room. Normally? We literally went there just now and no one was there. If anything, I think it's the other way around. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the locker room, sir. Now the security officer is none other than Officer Marshall, sir. Marshall? I'm pretty sure we know that already. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in this evidence room. A sus person, sir. A sus person! What the fuck? What happened? After that, sir, everything went right. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out, bruh? May I ask? What happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, right? You killed Detective Bruceman in the evidence room? Sir, I'm going to take off my headphones now. Fucking weekends. Don't look at me with those sad puppy-eyed dogs, sir. If you happen to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive, and doing well at that. Yeah, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, I've had to label him as a stranger, or a total stranger. I took off my fucking headphones and I can still hear it from here. Then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you don't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why would you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None! Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. It looks like he's gonna take a shit. By your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there's nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, what happened? When it happened? When the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Goodman has disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I saw blood gushing from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Okay. Is that the end of it, or do I present more things? Officer Meekins, this is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. Okay, just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, that's the one. I was an apple, sir. My dream, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Do you think you can take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir, that's it! That's it! Can't shout. That's what? My head was a blank until that very moment. But I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of all of it! This ID card? Exactly, sir! That's exactly it! Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing! I'd better pry into this a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A little lost lamb, as you will. I didn't know Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show him his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked him for his ID. What did he do? I want to end the episode right here, right now. Fuck this thing, I can hear it from here. That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My father's words, sir. I'm going to tie you to a pillar and I'm going to fucking blast 10 speakers of feedback in your fucking face. I swear. What happened then? Well, my eyes, everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, what? Why is it they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins doesn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim who he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's exactly what I wanted to say. I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? You told me it had to be him, sir. On the day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape was quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime? My crime? The crime I swore to stamp out? It's there. It's me! On tape! And you waited till now to tell us this? I'm sorry. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I got a better one, bitch. Let's go. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detective's office desk. It's Police Gant. I don't know. And you're sure this is all... Huh? You know what this means? If there's anything missing... Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, bags, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything turns up, you call me right away, okay? Yes, sir. I'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looked a little flustered. Ha! Right-ho, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Ho, Detective Gant. Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? I do not know. Is Edward's gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Well, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, well, they had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. I mean, the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, huh? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. But I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Skill issue. Well, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. Huh? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed at 2 locations at the same time. What evidence is this? Now, Righto. Can't give away all our secrets. And this in particular? Well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Oops. I was wondering what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. So this is a police mascot, huh? The blue badgie. The future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. The dancing blue badger trademark is still under development, you see. Get it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting edge stuff. Hurry now. I showed this doll right here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside. You'll give her nightmares. Okay, that was pretty funny. Sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want from you? Let's see over there. That's Goodman's desk. Wanted me to check for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that. Okay. I should get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Huh? Oh, okay. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? You were mewing just now, so yes. Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, Sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. Could you give me a Honda Civic? So, go ahead, and investigate the room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It never goes to show, you never know till you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey! This is a detective's ID card, right? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later. Okay, bye. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place has a bad influence on this girl. Okay. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card! Let's just walk in! It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off. What was the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well. What's made my Bambina sky so gray? Officer Marshall! Why him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As he may have some eyes, this here is my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you stand for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, Catboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Allow me to change your mind. But first, let me check this out. Status report, okay. Wrong button. Hold on. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? Nah, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. Huh? Well, what's this? What? What's wrong? Shut up, phone. A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't, what? Okay. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask me. Finally, seems like he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station? Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what are you doing at around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway from the back of my steed Zippy. Noted, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. Sounds highly illegal. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that dude, broccoli they sneak into your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. Still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. Can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? I heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, case is officially dead of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of a case. That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. I don't know what maybe two of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen! Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them just as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are here security cameras. Those are the ones Meekins mentioned. If none happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? I'm more than. When you go into the office room, you need an ID card. Yeah. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey! I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. Can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way it can prove the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain this whole transferal thing? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They kept it here under a presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed. Forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That's what happened to SL9 2 days ago. That's the victim's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Oh. Detective Gumshoe. Rebel against the system. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award. Were you at the ceremony? Of course, pal. Got an award for diligence myself. Congrats. Why is he aboard a shield? And why is it broken? I don't know. Apparently he's forgotten. Found it in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Edgeworth's knife, huh? Who would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Well, I didn't. I'm sure someone else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Edgeworth. That's my crowning achievement. My masterpiece. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Huh? He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony. But there was a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the blue badge away for a while. Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful? I told night and day! I sympathize with Gumshoe. But I can see why they moved it. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first case, you know. 2 years ago. That first big case. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from the case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on the case. That's the photo of Miss Star took. Anything you can tell us about? Miss Star is quite the lady. Well, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's how old I am now! I wonder what happened. I wonder if Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're a boss, why are you alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you're kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective after all. You gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you? I'll always believe in Edgeworth, no matter the cost. So, Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. Guess this is what you call fate? Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from this case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. They are the latest models. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the sensor touches... and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my right hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Now that's a bloody violent case. Violent? So it's a murder. A serial killing. Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this is 2 years ago? That put Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife? The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Okay. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. The police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. There's something sticking out of there. Looks like a shirt. Must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slub. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet the evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things out hanging like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. But he doesn't tuck in his shirt under the trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it in front of them, pal. I'm going to keep doing it. Wow! Look at this big pile of junk! Looks like a car door? There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some kind of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for rage testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. It won't open! Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security's high-tech here. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is! Ha! That's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal. That's the metal detector. The one that led to the solving of the solving that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Something like that feels like ages ago. And I don't know what this is. That's a book sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-ass looking box. Can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. Gotta look in their hearts. Sure, pal. Cha-cha slide. Okay. What's Hassan Payne doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed there's yellow and blue paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of a blue badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? Well, what's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but that's definitely a handprint there. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to find out. Okay. Wow! Someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me look out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on the pieces? Another piece of SL9 in. Okay. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before it broke. You wanna try putting it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. No job for amateurs. I spent a good 3 hours before I gave up. That's why I carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, jeez. Oh. Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are still missing. Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Okay. There are two things that bother me. 1. Why are some of the pieces missing? 2. Doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. For some reason. Look, this was open, and the red light indicator is lit. That locker is coated with Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. There. Okay. Anything else? Oh, time to bring out the big gun. Huh. Hey, look! They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Huh. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months. Maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. Might be when the blood got on it. Anything else? No. Hey, how much did you spend on this? Because I don't give a shit. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. This? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where'd you get this, Emma? I always buy it up by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. And of course, Dad gets a reaction. This must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of the locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you should have asked. Well, who asked you to have a bad opinion? Someone left the glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go again, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case. You mean SL9? Oh, it does have a tag on it. Okay. Anything else? Oh, was I supposed to show him that? Look at the first number! It's a perfect match! It's used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the whole world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What'd he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. Guess I can give you this ID card record. Yay. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Who are the other people with IDs? Hello, Gumshoe. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard about the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Shocked expression. What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, huh? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, yeah. Why would Edgeworth have to come in the evidence room? I don't know, man. Looks like they got lazy with 7. 7777777. Who's that? Master Chief? They got real lazy with that one. Huh? I knew it! This is someone's right handprint! What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise me you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. I mean, anything for you, Gumshoe. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? That's an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. Oh man. That statement, I'm 4 parallel universes ahead of you. What? But you're a detective! Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to give him my report for the day. I'm gonna help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of the flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him. He's gonna cut your salary, man. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? He saved your fucking life, bro. Keep your mouth shut. I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. You? Hold up, what the fuck are you doing here? Ah, guests. My apologies. Huh? Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg you leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There! Standing by the window! A teacup in his hand! Oh, hello. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, You're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. Well, if he was still there, then he wouldn't be here. The fuck? Are you okay, Emma? Is your scientific deduction working? By the way, Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. That's so, Gumshoe. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Sorry, Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Maybe. So how'd the inquiry go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes. Apparently, there are some that believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? Never heard them say that so many times. I read that wrong. I heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. SL9. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. There. I can do nothing but wait for his results. Okay. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, sure, buddy, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. If you think forging evidence is right, bud? You think updating the autopsy report at the last minute is right, bud? I'm still not gonna let that go. Ever. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, right? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the case was already... if the evidence was already filed. That sounds a bit weird. Or maybe I'm saying it weird. Which happens. The chief is never one to explain himself. Yeah, he's always mewing, bro. That's why. Why spend time explaining shit to you when he could just mew? In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? No. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. Better make a note of it. Stubborn as always. I told you it has nothing to do with the current case. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident? and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You were the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too. Then, huh? He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow! You got nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is, why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murder. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial, like update the autopsy report. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. Like, when in doubt, update the autopsy reports. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? If you were still studying forensic science? Yeah, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, huh? Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for the fingerprints! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We're the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... Shut the fuck up. Here, take your powder and these fingerprints files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Gumshoe as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. Do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Our investigation turned up a sus handprint. Here, in this blood, on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use a secret weapon we just borrowed. Okay, sure. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. Really can't tell the difference at a glance. Shut the hell up and choose a finger. Okay. Okay, it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? Twist. Enter! See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How the hell do I do that? With E! Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing a cake out of the candle cake. Of the birthday cake, see? That looks like fun. It might take some getting used to though. It's fine. Don't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on stick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Why don't you do it then? You're here. Okay, time to give it a try. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing, but okay. I think I can just pull around. Okay, just yeah. You can never put enough, right? I mean, I think it's enough, but you know, just to be safe, you know, just to be safe. I mean, I honestly never did this before in my life. She could have been the one doing it, right? She could have done it much better than me, but no, I have to be the one doing it. So, you know, since I'm the one doing it, you know, I think that more powder needs to be used. I think there needs to be more. More. Okay, that seems to be enough. Actually, I don't think it's enough. I see some openings here, but you know. Aha! You did it! You found one! But it looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck. The person who left his handprint must have been wearing gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints. Looking at the door, locker door again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Like this. Okay. I don't know how much is enough. Actually, it's not enough. It's never enough. Yep, that's what I say to myself at the gym. And in life, you know. Yeah, it's quite depressing. Ooh. What do you want me to do? We already found it. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyways, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet, huh? Wow. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? Yes, she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. You're the one who's... whatever, fine. Huh? How am I supposed to know? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprint will we likely find on this evidence locker? Right, okay then. These sound like Club Penguin sound effects, like during those secret agent missions, which were the best, by the way. I wish I could play those. Oh, man. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe! Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Oh, he's been through a few punches and shocks and shit. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember right, there's one other handprint in this room. Okay. This is where we got the luminal fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here! Okay. Yep, let's go. Let's check for prints. That's the spirit? But I have to warn you about something first. What? The area where the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Whatever. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. Does that mean it's no prints? Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find the prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the one left by the bloody hand. Yet the only foolproof way is to paint the screen white. Like a few times. I don't know how many times, but yes. How much? The answer is yes. Paint the whole screen white. Leave nothing behind. And paint the screen white with the powder, not anything else. See? Weird, but yeah. Oh well. Marshall? Hey, these fingerprints, they're... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's gotta be a coincidence! He's not involved in the crime! Emma. This is decidedly different from Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction, the blood, the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! So we have Marshall's fingerprints on the wiped bloodstain. Why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Oh my god, I hate this chapter so much. Oh my. I've been lost for so goddamn long. It's been so long I had to split this video into 2 parts because it's so long. It's probably gonna end up in less than an hour, but oh my god, I spent 3 hours searching for what the hell to do. But it just turns out I was missing the handprint that has blood. The visible handprint. Oh, I was supposed to keep my cursor on it for like a few seconds or some shit like that. Because I didn't do that, I was going around like a headless fuck for like an hour, for like a few hours. This is pain. You know what? That's over. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go get some sleep. I need it, man. Anyway, with that being said... thank you so much for watching my playthrough of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And if you like what you see, stay tuned and stay awesome. Good night.